Welcome to Teaching Orchestra. In this series, we're going to be talking about balance and blend. Now, balance and blend is different from dynamic contrasts. Balance and blend are about which parts are coming out and which parts are holding back. I like to use the analogy of theater. And sometimes we want to take actors and push them to the front of the stage so that we can see them and hear them better. And sometimes people are in a supporting role and they need to be behind the lead actor. Well, the same thing's true for music. Sometimes we have a line that needs to come out, and sometimes we have parts that need to take more of a blending role. So every piece of music tells a story, and the balance and blend helps you to tell the story better. And this is a feature of style, so of course you're going to want to have the fundamentals of tone in place. Of course you're going to want to have intonation in place and deal with articulations, all that stuff first before we start getting into balancing and blending. You need to have your sound established first. But if you're able to balance and blend well, it reconnects you with the values at the bottom of the technique hierarchy, because you can take the values of the piece of music that you're playing and bring them out through the voicing, through the balance. Adjustments to the balance and blend will affect the way the story is told and the way the story is perceived. If you bring out the inner voices in a certain place, or bring out the bass voices or the melodic voices, or whatever you decide to prioritize and focus in on, it's going to change the way that the music is perceived, and it's going to change the way the story is being told. So whether or not you are paying attention to the balance and blend doesn't matter. There's going to be balance and blend anyway, and your story is going to be told a certain way. So especially later in the rehearsal sequences, not at the beginning when you're still learning the notes and the rhythms and stuff, but when you're getting closer to the performance, this is where it's going to be critical to start figuring out what this piece is about, what it means, and then tweak your balance and blend in order to tell that story better. There are some other great side effects of having good balance and blend. It will help the overall intonation of the orchestra if everybody can be clearly heard. It also will affect your phrasing, and if you're balancing well, it's going to help your phrasing in a positive way. When you're working on shaping your phrases, what balance and blend will allow you to do is retain the dynamic arcs while maintaining a sense of control of which voices you want in front and in back when the audience is listening. In this video series, we're going to talk about different problems that can come up. Some scores are not always optimized for the best balance, and some tricks on how to optimize that for your group. Sometimes we don't always have the right players that we need, or enough players, and I'm going to go through some tricks on how to manage that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this series, and I hope I can give you some tips and tricks so that you can put those finishing touches on your music and give a really great performance.